Okay.
I need to sit more sideways.
I think we're live.
Yes. Sorry, I started a little early. Got a little into it.
Yes.
My
Yes.
bad.
We did. We're talking about violent video games. She was asking. Well, go ahead and ask.
I was more so asking, are the games making the kids violent, or are the kids technically already violent or have those tendencies and they're just acting out on the game itself and blaming the game?
I think the kids are already violent. Most of human history was just pure violence. It wasn't until just recently that we stopped doing public torture executions.
Right.
I mean, they still had the guillotine the same year that the first Star Wars was released, but that was so, like, not disheartening, but revolting that they don't do that anymore. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of in human nature to be violent.
Yeah.
I think video games are a good exit for these sides of human beings, human behavior.
I kind of think that too. I think they already have those thoughts like in their head, and these games just kind of push it out.
Yeah.
Like it helps them
It has
push it out. Maybe not so much. I don't know what I was trying to go with there, but I think that's always been an interesting thing. That's why a lot of parents don't let their kids play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Or like Call of Duty.
I had a hard time getting my parents to buy me Grand Theft Auto. I mean, you're going to be violent either way.
Yeah.
Might as well have an out.
Just kind of helps more a little bit.
Another thing I've talked about before is pedophiles. They're wanting to make sex dolls for pedophiles. And at first thought, you're like, yeah, that's just super weird, and I don't want that being made.
Yeah.
But then it's like, same thing with the video games. Like, now they're having a way to do their weird thing. Just like in GTA, you like shooting people in the head, but you know it's wrong and you don't want to do it in real life.
Right.
So you have this fake artificial thing that you're doing it too.
Huh. I guess that's interesting. Holy cow. I don't really know. That's just one of those on again, off again touchy subjects.
Yeah.
It's never going to have the right answer. It's never going to be completely debunked as to why they use it or why they need it or why they play such games or anything like that.
I'm 100% for it. Is it weird as hell? I think so.
Yeah.
But if they're in their house doing it, knowing that they don't want to do it to a real person or a real child.
Yeah.
So
I guess that does make sense.
Yeah. Whenever I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, I usually play as an evil character just because it's other than the normal part of my life. It's not like I'm secretly wanting to go out and shoot a bunch of people who rudely speak to me while on the trail.
Yeah, just passing by, casual.
Yeah.
That's a good point too.
Yeah. So.
And it's all in how you play. There's people out there that play Grand Theft Auto by the books. They're stopping at red lights. They're letting pedestrians cross the street. I was that person.
Yeah, my sister was the same way. She's like, I'm trying to learn how to drive. I'm like, from a video game?
Yeah.
Speed through that light. It's my turn.
I wouldn't say I'd learn how to drive from that type of thing, but I was that one that, this person's just casually crossing the street. I'm going to let them do that. Or
yeah.
I did that. I tried to, at least.
Oh, you get rear-ended in the older games.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Because they don't go off the lights like we do.
It's just set.
Their programming sucked. I don't know if it's better now or not, but it sucked back then.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Just getting in car accidents for no reason.
Yeah, you get rear-ended at a red light. They'll just start driving, and they'll push through you. But there's was actually having a conversation about the VR that the military has.
Uh-huh.
It's like a giant room, and the walls are like screens, and you have these special rifles that are set up to like, it's like what's that archery game that Joe Rogan has in his,
Oh.
where it's like techno,
Yeah.
it's like a techno hunt, but for like guns.
Yeah.
And the one that I had a Humvee in it, so you're driving in the video game, and you could be as cowboy as you want. We'd pop open the windows and stick our rifles out, pop, 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 and be shooting through the windows and be taking out these targets that are just on the screens and stuff. Very, very low tech. It was bad, bad, bad graphics. You're like, I can't tell if that's a bush or a dude.
Oh no.
But I see the amazing potential in that already. It has,
oh yeah.
and then they have like a 50 cal mount or a 240 mount on the top of the Humvee. That was cool. You're like, this is sick. And then like dismount. You get out of the Humvee or whatever, and there's nowhere to go, so you have to sit right next to the Humvee. But
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. But if they were to like advance that even further, it'd be
And even the
pretty
advancements
interesting.
they have now for VR blow my mind.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vibe. I think that's what it's called. They're both pretty sweet.
I don't spend enough time in the mall here to even know where to begin, but there's that VR gaming place kind of thing, whatever, in the mall.
Yeah, I heard about that place. I don't know anything about it.
I don't either, and like I said, I haven't been there enough since it opened, I guess, to know.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently that's like insane for people being in there and
Yeah, for the
hours
VR.
upon hours.
Sounds. I used to be so against VR, and now it's like, well, I ain't stopping it.
Right?
One person ain't gonna stop it. You might as well enjoy it. I
It's
say let's
so
throw all our money at this.
I mean,
Make
they
VR
could-
super badass.
they could do some insane things
Yeah.
with a VR.
Ever since I changed my opinion on virtual reality. I wanted to watch that movie, Gamer or Gamer One or Gamer
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. I really want to watch that
Yeah.
because I've changed my views on it.
That's like that one movie we watched though with the robots, or we didn't know it was a robot until later, where that guy was trying to he was doing a study on whether you can become attached to a robot.
Ex Machina, you mean?
Yes, that one.
AI.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, it's just as crazy the second time.
Because it's like, how do you believe that? Are you believing it or is she believing it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what's going on.
Like, is this part of the program? And what? Oh, you guys, whoever's watching, go out and watch Ex Machina on Netflix right now. It's.
Not going to spoil
amazing.
any more of it, but holy cow.
I watched it twice within 30 minutes. Amazing both times. It's just mind blowing.
It's just so
Because
insane.
if you throw out the idea that it's a movie
Uh-huh.
and you think, okay, this is a real stop thinking that it's a movie and like delve deep into it and be
Yeah.
like, this is not a movie. This is General Hux, and he's going in for this whatever, his boss.
Yeah. It's more one that you really got to sit there and think about
Oh, it's insane.
and like put your mind in it.
I was so wrong. It was like a long episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, I can't wait for more episodes of Black Mirror to come
Black
out.
Mirror's crazy.
It needs to happen.
Yes.
It really needs to happen.
That show's so awesome.
That and The Twilight Zone.
That's a good show. I
Wow.
love that show. We need to finish watching that one.
We do.
There's like 50 episodes a season.
Yeah, and the weird thing is though isn't there like no season 4 or like season 5?
Season
something like
5,
that? It goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
7, 8. I think.
Something like there's a lot of
I think
episodes.
there's like 8 or 9 seasons, and one of them's missing because of like some contractual
Yeah.
deal that
Yeah.
went wrong.
But it's like, so what went so wrong in that season's contract that didn't go wrong in the season after it?
I don't understand.
Because wouldn't it all just be canceled at the end of that?
Well, I'm sure there was like a different like director or producer or something like that. But it's like shut your mouth and everybody get a piece of the pie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're still involved in this.
Yeah, who hates money? Like at the end of the day, you're all making money. Will it be not as much as you want? Yeah, well.
But you're making entertainment
Still,
for people.
Yeah, well, I doubt that they care about that.
Probably not.
But you're still making money.
And I wonder if they do that. Different directors for each episode. So each episode has like a different feel, a different person.
They do that in Black Mirror.
And I think that's what makes it.
It's a whole new crew every episode.
That's so cool.
Maybe not all of the behind the scene people,
but a good amount.
But the directors are always different and the actors are always different.
Yeah. I don't know what they do, but that show is wonderful.
Yeah. Twilight Zone's good too, even though it's super dated.
It's like a more dated version of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Oh, that's exactly right. But some of those Twilight Zone episodes, you're like this. What was it 50s are coming out with it or something like that? 50s or 60s? You're like, oh, this show's gonna suck. Episode 1, you're like, what?
What's going on?
What? Yeah. Hooked.
Why is this guy in some sort of time machine tube?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're coming out with some very cool stuff, though.
I love Black Mirror. Just because of you'll go through a whole episode, you're like, okay, I know exactly what's going on. And then the twist happens. You're like, oh, okay, never mind.
And that happens in every single one of them, too.
The only one that doesn't really have a twist, it has a twist, but it's a stupid twist. It's not really a twist. You're just kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Metalhead.
Yeah, that one was interesting.
That one scared me.
That one was... I mean, it really kind of had a twist, but it was more of like, you know exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, well, yeah. The twist at the end, spoiler alert, is everyone died trying to get this kid a stuffed toy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we thought he needed medicine.
We thought he needed to get
No,
better.
he was gonna die, but they were wanting to give him a stuffed toy so his exit will be good.
Yeah, that show
Or something like that.
is kind of like that. I can't pronounce the name of that movie at all. That one that we were just talking about, the robot movie.
Which one?
I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
Ex Machina?
That one, yes. I'm just going to keep referring back to that.
Ex Machina.
I had a point with that, and I forgot where I was going with it.
Yeah, me too. I forgot your point for you.
It's like a lot like that movie where you have to watch the episodes a few times to kind of grasp and understand
Yeah, I had to
what's
watch.
going on.
I had to watch almost all of them over again just to get it.
Yeah.
Except for the first episode where they make the prime minister fuck a pig.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That one, I hated that episode. It's so
And that's like the first episode too. Like, they don't lightly guide you into this series. They go in.
first episode. I think it's cool, but it's like, yeah, duh, no duh. Like,
yeah,
social media and the propaganda machine, CNN and C-SPAN and
yeah,
Fox and all those news outlets, all of them are just, they have all the politicians by the nuts.
mhm,
Look at Trump. He's so ego-driven that he freaks out if he's not in the news
Like,
24/7.
and he will do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. He'll make some Twitter post or he'll make some comment or anything.
Ooh, that is an interesting notion. Should it be illegal for the president to be on a social media platform like that? Like, it's not just when you become the president, congressman, senator, whatever those judges are on the Supreme Court.
Uh-huh.
Is it Supreme Court? Yeah. You're not a normal citizen anymore. You represent a whole people.
Right.
So it's kind of weird that this dude is.
He's so active on it too.
Yeah, middle of the night. Yeah, fat man. I got bombs too, or whatever his tweet was. It's like, you're playing a dangerous game, buddy, because you're not going out on the front lines against the North Korean army.
And it's like that too. Like, should he have one or should he be monitored with one?
I think every single politician has to be 100% transparent.
Yes.
100%.
If you're gonna put your life out there like that and be involved in stuff like that.
Well, if you're in charge of somebody's life, you have to be transparent because then you have Hillary Clinton's those corrupt people. I mean, I've had my opinion change on her quite a bit.
Yeah.
She's our Putin. It's kind of like, okay, all right. It is kind of nice to have a Putin on our side.
Right.
Well, not 100% against us, but she's definitely on her side way more than our side.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting to be in a position of power, there has to be something else behind your motives.
Uh-huh.
You can't just be like, my name is Tom whatever, and I really want to help the people of the Republic of California. And you're like, no. Okay, maybe a little bit of that, but really what's going on?
Yeah.
What is driving you to be a politician?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Stuff like that's
It's
just
okay,
weird.
so I want to be a comedian, or like big time comedian, not just for the laughs.
Right.
Like there's alternative motives that make me want to be a stand up.
Yeah.
The money's awesome. Obviously, I want to be a stand up for the money.
Right. The traveling.
Meeting new people. Like there's a whole bunch of different motives, not just making people laugh on stage.
Interacting with other comics that you get to like do a series for. Or,
yeah, exactly.
stuff like that. Yeah.
But the motives get darker when you go to that kind of job.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to be in charge of people.
Right.
Like
That's weird.
I knew Marines that they wanted to defend the country, but they also wanted to kill people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an alternative motive.
Right.
I joined to help people, but then it's like I also wanted to go out and travel.
Yeah.
So it was selfish, but it was also not unselfish.
Yeah.
Just trying to help people, but also just being very selfish.
Right.
Wanting to travel for pretty much free. Getting paid to travel.
Yeah. But that's okay, though. Sometimes you can do that.
Yeah. Another thing I was talking about with your aunt's boyfriend, husband, what would they be called?
Their boyfriend, girlfriend.
So they're married.
Yes.
They're married as much as we're married.
Right.
We were lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Oh. How messed up is it that they can serve one term, they can sit down once. Was it 2-year terms or 4-year terms?
I think there's a 2-year term somewhere in there.
Yeah. They can do 1, 2 terms, 3 terms, whatever it may be. Get out of that position and then become a lobbyist.
Yeah.
And then they go around, they get paid to push people's agendas, big oil, big pharma, blah, 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 whatever it may be. They're getting paid millions to go and influence the people that are in power.
Right.
For the rest of their life, they're paid off. The president, I think it's 35 to be president.
Excuse me.
So, I did the math once. I don't really quite remember it. Bless you.
Thank you.
But if you become president at 35, and let's say you die at 80, you'll have made I think it's about $20 million for not doing jack.
Oh my
Not doing
God.
jack. That is all your income comes from the presidency. So you do one term.
I'm so sorry.
We need to get you one of those kettle things.
A neti pot?
Yeah, those gross, nasty things.
They're so nasty.
But
Anyway.
yeah, so if you serve one term as a president and then you spend the rest of your life being a lame duck, is that what it's called?
Lame duck?
Or a former president? I think the lame duck is, wow, you're still president, but the new president is coming in. But whatever.
I don't know what that is. I've heard of it before. It sounds
Yeah.
right, but I don't know which.
Yeah, but if you just serve the one term and you spend the rest of your life, whatever, not doing jack, you'll make a little under $20 million.
That's insane.
Not doing anything, and you know damn well they become lobbyists. Look at how active Michelle and or President Obama and Michelle were.
Yeah.
Or are still former
They're
president.
Still making news and
I think they own or they runs Netflix now, right?
Yeah,
Or something like that. Maybe they don't.
they're a big
but
part of it somewhere in there. I'm
Yeah.
not too sure, but
Yeah, look how active they are.
it's so weird.
Don't know what Bush does, but I know his family owns.
Something.
Oh, dang, what is it? They own like a share in Bear Medicine or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, they're rich.
huh. I saw a cool picture that was it the granddaughter? She was named after the late wife of Bush Senior, I believe.
Bush's or George W.
Yeah.
His granddaughter.
Yeah. She was getting
Is
married.
her name Deborah? Or no?
Barbara?
Barbara.
Barbara Bush? I don't remember, and that's really bad.
Yeah.
But I saw it, and she was getting married, and they went and got married so her grandpa could sit there and watch, and there was the whole Bush family, just generations upon generations of presidents just in one picture itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're cool people though.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're cool people.
Cool people, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about presidents, but
You've heard of... I know you've heard of this. I talk about it all the time. It is called the Bohemian Grove.
yes.
George-
Yes.
George Bush Sr. was seen in a picture with Bill Clinton.
That's right.
And I want to say Nixon. But there's a couple different presidents that were in this picture.
I do remember that.
And they're at the Bohemian Grove. Good people. Anyone in
Not
a
good
position of
people.
power is not good.
Not good people.
I think if any politician does anything good, it's on accident. That they could... It was a byproduct or...
Something that they were trying to do and it just didn't come
yeah,
out that way.
it was a side effect of them trying to be greedy. And 100%, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
think I'm wrong, politicians are people. Name one person that in your life that you would want to run anything. Realistically, sit down, realistically think about it, and name me one person that you want in charge of your life.
I wouldn't even want to
Yeah,
do that.
People are self-indulgent. Everyone's self-indulgent. I don't know a
greedy.
single person I want in charge of anyone else
Yeah.
on that kind of level.
It's so weird. Things like that are just so weird.
Yeah.
And it takes over so fast, too.
Go straight to their head.
Like, oh, I'm not going to be the kind of person to do that, and I'm going to do everything good for the people. But it's like, as soon as you start, it's like, oh, but I can get away with this, and I can do this, and
Yeah.
doing this for them will benefit me more in the long run.
Yeah, well, whenever I was a boot, me and my buddy Gray were boots, and we were getting hazed really bad, and we just kept telling ourselves and telling each other, like, bro, when we're seniors in this platoon, we're not going to haze nobody. I've never hazed anybody. Wow, that's not true. I have trained really, really hard, but I didn't let my seniority and my rank go to my head. But I have seen people do it. And I would like to think I'm non-corruptible. But there's a saying that I love. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I absolutely believe that.
Right.
I mean,
That's a good saying.
yeah, it's okay. So, yeah, I left I left that platoon as a corporal, and I went to another platoon as a corporal, and I kind of saw it. I kind of got a piece of it because I didn't grow up with these guys. Like I didn't know them the boots. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know them very well, so I didn't care. I'm like, I'm an NCO. You're a private first class. I didn't let it go to my head, but I could see it. I was like, oh, okay. Now, if I was a staff sergeant or a gunny and I was leaving my platoon going to somewhere else, it's like, okay, I don't care about any of you. You're more like a king as a staff sergeant and a gunny. You can pretty much do whatever you want. So I can kind of already see on low level the absolute power can corrupt absolutely.
I like that.
And I've seen it firsthand. I've been hazed by those people that let the power go straight to their head.
Right. That's a really good saying. I like that.
Yeah.
I said it like 9 times already, but that's a really good saying.
It's a good one. I like that one. I also like, and another thing that I noticed in the Marine Corps was I complained a lot. I was a huge complainer until one day my buddy Bransford said that everyone knows when Jeffers is upset. And I was like, fuck you, dude. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh, no, he's right. Yeah, I was a bitch, man. All I did was bitch. But from that moment on, I tried to stop. Like, I cooled it down. I was like, why are you bitching? Stop bitching. I just saw a quote. I don't know if it's really in, or if Buddha actually said it, but a negative mind will never have a peaceful life. And it goes with that. It says, if you complain a lot, if you're constantly having negative thoughts, negatively speaking, you're never going to be positive.
Yeah.
So when I stopped bitching and moaning and complaining, I started getting happy. And I got away from the people that would bitch and complain and whatever. And I would hang out with guys like, can't believe his name is spacing me. He would be so upset with me.
You hear that?
Yeah. Shit. I can't remember his name. He was one of my role models for a long time. Baskerville. I look up to that guy still to this day. But I'd hang out with guys like that that are just kind of like always positive, always moto, you know, and turn that frown upside down. But it's all about the mentality.
Yeah.
I don't know why we got on the topic of that, but
well, that's like, friends. Like, you have those friends that just constantly love to start shit.
Start drama. Yeah.
It's like getting away from them, too. I dealt with that bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. And now that I don't talk to them, I don't see them, I don't know anything about them, and I am perfectly content.
Yeah.
By not knowing.
Yeah.
Because I hated being around that, because it made me that kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like being an asshole.
That's exactly right.
And so I am so much more content without those people.
Mm-hmm. I don't really talk to anybody anymore.
I don't either.
Well, I guess that's not true. I sent a lot of memes. So I guess you could say I do talk to a lot of people. I send a lot of memes. But
memes.
Darn.
Memes.
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
I want to bring this up because it's always interesting. It's like all the young social media influencers or like young pop stars or singers or, whoever, how they have so much control over people they don't even know.
Yeah.
They can brainwash hundreds of thousands of people that they don't even know.
Yeah. There's Kyle Dunnigan was saying that how he would wear something, I can't remember what it was. It was like a jacket or something like that. A super lame jacket. No one wants to wear it. People make fun of him for wearing it. Kanye wears it once.
And now it's a thing.
Like those stupid Thrasher shirts that you used to get at, like, Kmart?
Yeah.
And I see them everywhere. Because some
person wore it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's so cool now. Like, we all need to do it. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No. As and people blindly follow them too.
Yeah.
Like, you have these, I don't want to name any names, but rappers that go off and hang out with their friends, hang out with their friends, and get into stupid shit and do stupid shit. And now here you are spending 25 years in prison because you were doing stupid things. If you don't know who I'm talking about yet, you need to do some research.
Killing innocent bystanders.
An innocent bystander got. What was that guy? Like, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they were just being jerks.
I don't even know it. I don't know anything about it because I stay off of like news.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
Yeah.
If it, I mean,
It's big enough. Everybody will know about it. And that's just the thing, though, is like, I saw it on the Twitter news feed because, you know, he's a SoundCloud rapper and got brought up from that. Who are you? I don't even know who he was. I never listened to any of his stuff personally because I don't like it.
yeah, I don't think I've ever heard any of his stuff. So
And if I did, it was an accident.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
did not mean to listen to you.
Sorry. It's just weird. Like,
Yeah.
people wear what they see them wear because they think it's cool. Like,
Uh-huh.
you got people going into debt because they're trying to buy a Gucci belt that's $500. That's irrelevant. That's a little irrelevant, but it's so stupid.
So one thing that I just thought of is there is a brand that they're trying to produce. Much like in comedy. I don't like the family-oriented comedy of Jeff Dunham or is it Kevin Smith? Paul Blart?
Is it Kevin Smith? I think so. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're funny in their own way.
Yeah.
But there's this whole other side. Jim Jeffries, Tom Segura, people like that.
Yeah.
Darker comedy.
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K., the king.
He is so funny.
Stuff like that. So I can see why people like to listen to their stuff.
Because they're into that kind of stuff.
And I can see why they're producing that kind of stuff because they know it's going to sell.
Yeah. And I understand that too.
It's like Will Smith. He was a rapper. No one cares that he was a rapper because he never cussed.
Wait, he did what?
yeah. I mean, it sounded cool, but then you're like, wait. Are you about to tell me to brush my teeth? Like, that's lame as hell.
And Nick Cannon too.
Yeah, I don't know about Nick Cannon.
I didn't even know he was a rapper until I accidentally watched an episode of Wild and Out and they were making fun of him because his stuff sucked.
Yeah. Is he the guy that played the Killmonger in Black Panther?
I don't think so.
Or is that another dude?
I think it might have been another guy. I didn't watch
Yeah,
enough of
his name is Michael Jordan.
I didn't pay enough attention to that movie to know who was who.
Super racist movie.
It's not even.
It would have been cool without all the racism.
We tried watching it and ended up doing dishes instead.
Yeah, I ended up taking a shower, and you did dishes.
As it was still playing, we
Yeah.
just didn't even turn it off.
Yeah, super racist. Super racist. I don't even get how I was able to make it to the theater. There's probably too much money that
We have
the, the first screening, everybody in the movie theater's jaw just dropped to like, how much money did you waste on this?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know, probably like $1 billion. And you're like, well, we can't not let you
We'll
put it out.
in theaters next week.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some things that were pretty interesting about it, pretty cool about it.
Oh, the movie was kick-ass. It was just super racist.
I couldn't sit through that. I just personally didn't like it. You know, not only from the whole racism thing, I just didn't think it was that
Yeah.
appealing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was super cool, but everyone has their own opinions. But the racism thing was just like,
That's hard to get past, though,
it's like,
too.
man, chill out. Chill out.
And it wasn't like a subtle thing here and
No, it
there.
was
It
not.
was
They
blatantly obvious.
They straight up called Bilbo Baggins a colonizer.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, okay,
Oh,
okay. So he was alive during the 1800s colonizing, 1700s colonizing. You're right. No, you're right.
So that's the direction we're going to go
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
It is just weird.
You do not speak in this court. And you're like, well, why not? Is it because he's not from Wakanda, or is it because he's a white guy? I know where you're going
We
with this.
know what it is. Don't try to be sneaky.
Maybe he should colonize.
I don't even know.
Wow, that was racist. I can't believe we said that.
I just think people these days have far too much power when it comes to stuff like that.
I don't want to say I'm all for social justice, but I just don't see the problem.
Yeah.
Like there isn't a systematic racism against one race.
Exactly.
Live here in New Mexico, it's tough being white. Live in Baltimore, it's tough being white.
Everyone has tough times everywhere.
Yeah, it's like you need to stop. Okay, so to understand what all the other races are going through, you need to go out, join the military, join the Peace Corps. You need to have to suffer with those people.
Yeah.
Get to know those people. Live with those people. Earlier in this conversation, I was telling you my buddy Gray, black guy. Well, that's a bad example. I was about to say, would I have ever hung out with a black guy? Yeah, I would have. I had friends in high school that were black. But, I don't know. Would I have gotten as close with him as I did? No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have known that he's from Ohio. And,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's hard to remember now. It's been so many years since we hung out, but you need to go and you need to suffer with different people, see their background, see where they come
Yeah,
from.
exactly.
You can't just grow up, stay in a town, marry somebody who grew up 20 miles in a 20-mile radius of where you grew up, and then that's all you know of the world is your own town. You need to leave that town. You need to see other people. You need to experience other people. Like, if I wouldn't have left this town, I wouldn't have known that these are the meanest people I've ever met on the face of the earth.
Which is insane because this is one little tiny town.
Yeah, a little tiny town.
Compared to however many countries and other places you've been.
Yeah. Been all over the place, and the meanest people I ever met are here. I've never been to Hawaii. Heard they're mean too. But also I hear that they're pretty nice, so I don't know.
Yeah. That's one of the things you have to go and experience to know.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Hawaii.
Would too. Yes, I would. Well, I kind of already did. I went to Okinawa. It's pretty much the same thing.
I'm jealous.
Yes, you should be. A lot of history. That's actually the origin island of karate.
Really?
That's where karate was invented, was on Okinawa.
I think the closest I've been to any ocean is Anaheim, California.
That's pretty close. Or Seattle.
Seattle?
No, you went to Yakima.
Yakima.
You went to Yakistan, right?
Pakistan.
Was it Yakima?
Is there a where's Yakima?
Washington, fool.
Is it Yakima, Washington?
No, you went to Tacoma, right?
No.
Where'd you go?
I don't even remember now at this point.
You know darn well where you went.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a place called Yakima. I'm still on that part.
It's on the east side.
Is that close?
Yeah.
Where were you at in Washington?
All over, Missy. I was all over Washington. I was in Seattle. I was in Bremerton. I was in Port Orchard. I was in Port Orchard. I was in, I think I said Bremerton. I was in Bremerton. I was in Forks. You know, the Twilight series.
Oh my god, Twilight! Did you see any vampires?
I saw a lot of white people.
Is that the same thing?
And Forks was definitely not filmed for the movie. 100%. I know.
That is weird.
I watched all of them in one night.
What team were you on?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I kept flipping between... Is it Edward?
Edward
and Jacob. I kept flipping.
Vampire and a werewolf.
Yeah, because...
Werewolf?
Werewolf. Because...
Werewolves, not just werewolves.
I don't know. Because Edward was coming from a place of intelligence and understanding of love.
Uh-huh.
But Jacob was just this adolescent teen.
I felt more
That
out of
was-
greed. He was very greedy.
Jacob?
Mm-hmm. In a sense.
It's been forever since I watched them. I need to watch them again. But
Oh my god, let's watch him tonight.
let's watch them tonight. Let's have all-nighter. But he was an adolescent who was just kind of going with his emotions, I feel.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he was greedy.
I just felt like he was a little greedy. He's a little pushy.
Yeah, but Edward is kind of a fucking douchebag.
I never
If you
picked
could
a team.
Yeah, if you could get over their bad acting, it's not a bad love story. It's not a bad love story.
Oh my god, I just don't know. Oh my god. I like her as a person. I think she's a great person.
I think she's a better actor now that she's come out of the closet.
I think so too. I think that just kind of made her struggle a little bit, and it showed in her acting. I could not really stand her in that movie. Thor as well. Yes. Yes.
Devil's Churn. Pine Knot. New Ear.
Peanut.
Peanut. New Ear.
No ear.
No ear.
Pine nut, no ear.
It's from Oregon. Heading out that California way, trying to get us some in on that.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What would you say?
I don't know. I'm stuck on
This
trying
is-
to understand what you said.
This is our second bottle of wine, right?
Yes. The first one was Ghost Pines that were just...
Not tonight, ever. Like the first time we ever had wine. This is the second bottle. We're not drunks. We started off with light beer.
It's a great Pilsner beer, though. It's pretty fine.
It's a pretty delicious Pilsner beer.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored at all.
But I mean, hey, Miller Lite.
But it is a fine Pilsner beer. Whether you're doing podcast or whittling,
Yes, Mike.
grab yourself a nice cold brewski and Miller Lite.
But not
Please.
until you finish filling the hole in the backyard.
Oh, hey, burp.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. Please sponsor us.
I was just kind of right off the spot there. Spoiler alert, who's Barb? That's me.
That's Burb over there. Say hi.
I'm the one that walks into the duck cave. That was not it. I walk into the duck cave while he's whittling.
Oh, shit.
Corks make me nervous. Did it work?
No, it's about to break.
The cork is, or the...
Oh, yeah. Woo. Score. The cork almost broke in half.
They don't make that very easy, though.
I'd have been a very unhappy camper. Yes.
Yes.
I do like a fine wine.
I like chocolate milk.
It's from 2016.
Ooh.
Speaking of Oregon, I love the Pacific Northwest. Just the people are nice-ish. The landscape is beautiful. It's like mainland Japan. Me and my buddy Jacobs, who's actually born and raised in Washington, we're sitting there. We're doing some sort of training. I don't remember what it was. It was like force on force, whatever, squad training. And I was like, hey, man, notice anything weird about this place? Like, what do you mean? Kind of looks like Washington. He's like, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's funny.
And I think that's why there's so many Japanese people that live in Washington State.
It's so similar.
It is the same.
That's crazy. That's so weird.
And I love the Pacific Northwest. Oh my goodness.
It's
The
your
Puget,
place.
yes, the Puget Sound is beautiful.
That is your place.
Did you hear that? It's mine. Move out.
Get out so we can go there.
I'm king of the Puget.
That's a fun word.
And the fact that everybody is obsessed with orcas, my favorite animal.
Downward facing orca giraffe.
The downward facing orca giraffe.
Thank ya. What am I thinking? I can't smell anything. I probably sound real dumb. Between the sniffling and the sneezing and the
Betwixt.
and the a stuffy nose. I'm not sick, I promise. Let me go get the other quick.
No, that's fine. No, thank you. So, what else?
I just wanted to get that social media thing off my chest because it bugs me.
Yeah, I've never understood it growing up, how we just obsess over a person, celebrity, whatever.
And they have no idea who you are.
Yeah, they don't care about you. They don't. They say they do. They might. They might. Not personally,
Yeah.
obviously, but
As like a whole.
as a whole, they may like, yeah, man, I really enjoy
I
my
love
fans.
my fans.
Yeah.
They're so cool. It's like, but they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think it comes from one of the huge components to being a human in a tribe. Is it good?
Sorry. I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
But from one of the three components to being in a human tribe, hunting, gathering, and storytelling.
Exactly.
You know what's easier than going on your social media device and just looking up what Kanye or name another celebrity. I'm bad with celebrities.
Justin Bieber.
I
just read another one where there was like a whole bunch of these celebrities that got married in secret. Like, because Justin Bieber and Haley, or whatever her last name was, got married. But apparently it happened a longer time than what tabloids had just found out.
Good, fuck them. They don't need to do that.
It's like, let them do what they want in peace.
That's another thing that drives me bonkers. Bonkers, man. So the Roseanne Barr, is she racist? I don't know. Don't care. None of my business. What she does off stage is none of my business.
Right.
I have no say in what she does. I'm not buying internet, whatever it is. We don't have TV. I'm not watching her television show to see her political views off stage. No. I want to watch her bitch and moan with John Goodman on TV acting as different people.
Yes.
I don't care off stage. So long as you're not calling for heads to roll in the streets, you know. No, I don't care so long as it's nonviolent and you're not infringing my rights.
It's just so weird.
Yeah, it just drives me. Unless you're the president of the United States, stay the fuck off of Twitter.
I do a lot of Twitter. I'm on a lot of Twitter and a lot of Instagram, and that's kind of mostly, but
yeah,
I'm not following the Kardashians to try and figure out, you know, like why everyone is so concerned on why one of them is spending Thanksgiving with her baby daddy. Like, why is that such a big deal?
Yeah.
How she spends her family time is how she spends her family time. I don't care. Spend it with whoever you want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the individuals that I follow that are celebrities are hunters or comics.
Yeah.
So I can see the way they hunt and what they're hunting with. That's interesting to me. But when they post political BS, I just scroll right on past it. Don't care
about that.
Like, don't care about your political opinion. You're a dancing monkey. Dance for your dollar. Move on.
Yeah. I'm just here to know what kind of rifle you use when you go hunting.
Yeah. I don't care who you think should be president. I don't.
Or not, or whatever.
It's a dated form of government, anyways. But I think it's crazy that people care so much about celebrities.
Yeah, it's like, and you care so much about them. Like they don't want to sit there and, you know, look at your Snapchat stories or your Instagram stories about what you ate last night, or, like where you're at, hanging out. They don't care about that. But you would sit there and, not you personally, I'm not like pointing you out.
Yeah, you're talking about people who watch that stuff.
But like people who watch that, like, oh yeah, I'm going to watch this 39-minute video of so-and-so going hiking. Like, why?
That and like the shows Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yep.
What do they do for humanity?
What are they physically doing for people to help?
Yeah, they had their own personal security guards for their house. The firefighters.
Yeah, the own personal firefighters to keep their houses protected.
Did the young billionaire lady donate money? Maybe, maybe not. Didn't hear about it. Obviously, it wasn't a big enough amount that her billionaire ass couldn't fucking pay up.
Exactly.
You have $1 billion.
Yeah.
You have $1 billion. The last time I checked was 900 million. Oh, wait around a month. Interest kicked that up to $1 billion. I don't care. You're telling me you can't donate $50 million?
You can't do something to help personally.
Yeah. Pop those fake nails off. Go down to the... Yeah, okay. But you don't do it all the time.
No.
Pop those fake nails off. Go down to the homeless shelter. Help some people out.
Yeah. Volunteer your time. Go to a soup kitchen. Go to volunteer at an animal shelter. Do something.
Habitat for Humanity. I did that.
That's
That
cool.
was awesome. That was way awesome. Building affordable homes for people.
Yeah.
That's a good thing that they could have done.
So cool. Like,
And hell,
use your time wisely.
Yeah. They could have videotaped it. They could have put it on TV. Look, I'm a ditzy dumbass. Bang, bang. And then donate all the profits to that organization.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I just care about other human beings.
All right. And I'm like sitting here sniffling into this thing. I'm so sorry.
They don't have to listen.
If you choose to listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got a new hat today. I'm super excited.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Sending out good vibes and good things.
Good things and good vibes. I wanted to get a pink one too, and I probably end up will. And then we can just flip-flop between the two of them.
Share hats.
Yeah, I like the pink hat. I wish they would have it in tropical shirt. But I like how
Tommy
shitty...
Bahama.
Yeah, Tommy Bahama. I don't have any Tommy Bahamas. They're too expensive. The one that I was looking at 100 years ago is $100.
Oh,
I don't like Hawaiian shirts that much.
So cool. I'm jealous of your hat.
Yeah. If you'll notice in the background, we have 2 new pieces of art.
This way.
Yes.
This one.
My mother painted them.
And this one.
It's a dragonfly and...
What are those flowers or those weeds called that you blow the...
Dandelions?
Is that a dandelion?
Yeah, I don't know if those are dandelions. But the dragonfly is supposed to represent a coming to, changing of personality, finding yourself kind of thing. Like a duality of personality or something. I can't remember. I like it.
That's cool. They're pretty good.
Dragonflies are everywhere in Okinawa.
Are they?
Yes, they're like flies, man.
Dragonflies?
Yes, dragonflies. They're everywhere. But they're kind of cool. I never noticed how much Japanese art incorporates dragonflies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a game that I wanted to get into, but I'm afraid that it would consume my life just because of the documentary that I watched, and it is called Go. I don't know the Japanese name. I don't know the Chinese name. I think it's just called Go.
It's called Go.
I'm pretty sure it's called Go. But it is insane at how difficult it is to play this game.
And they have schools and shit.
Yeah, in Korea they have full schools, and China. They have schools where you get taken out of normal school to become a Go player. You do 8 hours or 6 or 8 hours a day learning Go. learning the different dynamics of Go, the different strategies of Go. It's insane.
It looks crazy.
And you can go there, I'm sure, if you're good enough to, like, get in.
You can go there?
Yeah, you can go there. There's an American guy who went. He didn't go for very long.
I have to go get a tissue.
Okay. So I'll just talk by myself.
I'm sorry.
So I need to get back into it, but I haven't read too much more of the Sacred Mushroom and the Cross from the last time it's spoken. But another book that I really want to read after that is Sex at Dawn by Christopher Ryan. And it's about how humans came up in our tribes and would supposedly, there's no proof, would have sex with the other gender as so long as you're not related to them. Now, there's been a few different other scientists and anthropologists saying that that's incorrect. Now, it's kind of interesting to think that we would and we wouldn't. Mm-hmm. Because if you look at Roman times and in the Norse culture, people like to sleep with everybody, especially in Rome.
Yeah.
And one of the things that the anthropologists, scientists were saying against that theory is that we get jealous. We get super jealous. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we get a piece of cake, I want to have more of it than you, but it doesn't mean that I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or okay, another example is me and my buddy buy 30 rack. I want to have more beers than him. I want to have 17 beers. Does that happen? Let's say it does happen. Or no, let's say he has more beers than me, but I wanted more beers.
Yeah.
Happened. Oh well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, am I equating drinking beer to having sex with a different tribe member? It's a little bit of a stretch, but
it's there.
It's
there.
It's kind of, yeah, jealousy does play a part, but like at when does it stop? You know.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a different topic. Interesting topic.
It's interesting. I really want to read that book. And I also want... Okay, so I also have another book called The Ethical Slut. And it's about that as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure what that one is specifically about. But I heard some really, 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 really smart guy, way smarter than me, say that Sex at Dawn is good, but it's not the end-all, be-all. And that The Ethical Slut should be on your... list of books to read about that subject.
Right.
It's just, it's so interesting to read and think about ancient humans.
Yeah.
Like, I am 91% more Neanderthal, than the rest of the 23andMe users. But that only makes up 4% of my DNA. My height. Assholes. Could have made me LeBron James size, huh?
I'd love to get our dog a 23andMe.
Yes, I would love to as well. But Neanderthals were around way longer than we have been around as Homo sapiens.
Which is insane.
We've only been around for, supposedly, this is what they're saying now. Take of it what you will. But modern humans only been around in societies for about 6,000 years. Yeah, about 6,000 years that we know of. It could go back further.
Yeah.
Could go back further. But Neanderthal has been around for 600,000 years. So, yeah, push that date back further to 10,000.
Yeah.
10,000 that Homo sapiens have been around ain't squat compared to the 600,000. It's weird. It is very weird. It makes you wonder, like, how and when and why we split
Right?
from the evolutionary tree.
Like, what happened?
I like to play on the idea that we were delivered here from aliens. And I say that because I've been playing Red Dead Redemption and the horses have testicles. And it made me think, why would this equestrian have the same genitals as a human? We relate about this much. We relate that much. Look at a horse and look at a human. We don't look at all the same. But most animals on Earth, I blew your mind, but most animals on Earth have similar genitals and eyeballs. Look at an octopus. We share this much. We don't
Literally.
share a damn thing.
No.
They have their blood isn't iron, it's copper. So their blood is even different than ours, but they have eyeballs. Let it be known their eyeballs are built differently, but
Right.
it's still the same kind
It's the concept.
it's
though.
a different side of the same coin when it comes to that.
That makes my head hurt.
That's why I think that we're delivered here by a super intelligent species. And we used to do it as a species to sheep and turtles. Pirates and sailors would go to these atolls. Atolls? I think it's atolls is what they're called. Islands. And we'd drop these sheeps off. The sheepin, a flock of sheepin. Flock of shoopin.
Super.
And we'd put these different
Sorry.
animals that we eat on these islands so they can grow and flourish, and whenever they're going on a long trip they would never run out of food. They just stop at this island, pick up a couple goats, pick up a couple turtles, move on. And it could be the same thing with why we're here.
Huh. It could just be one of those little adult islands.
Yeah, but their voyages are probably hundreds of thousands
Exactly,
of years longer
so-
than ours.
Oh my god.
But then it comes to the, like, whoa, are they eating us? Because that's fucked up. There's
What are they doing?
Yeah, there's much better food on this planet than us. But I think we're here not necessarily for that reason, but so much as a zoo.
So you're not telling us we're a snack.
Oh, I'm a fucking snack.
I'm a snack.
But I think we're more of a human or planetary zoo.
Yeah. More for just entertainment purposes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, look at that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Huh.
Was it
Sorry.
the Fermi paradox? If there's supposedly so many aliens, where are all the aliens?
Yeah.
I think we're just a zoo. I think they're out there, and they come look at us through telescopes or whatever badass advancement that they have. They just kind of look at us. Yeah. Could be anything. I don't know.
That. Wow.
But then we share DNA with so many different animals.
Exactly.
We share 50% of our DNA with rats. Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah. Like, well, okay. Wow. That or it's evolution. I don't know. Evolution's kind of always weird to me because it's like, how does your body know to shape itself?
Right. Wow.
I don't know though. Galapagos Islands are pretty good proof. Yep.
I never thought of it that way. That's a fun way of thinking.
Yes. Yes, it is. So there's theories, or I don't know if they're theories or just thoughts, but they say that our existence is like a video game type of thing for super advanced beings that are so advanced that they're bored with their own lives that they want to come down to Earth and hyper limit themselves from what they are outside of this reality. So let's say that there's a whole universe of gods, and they're like, yeah, we're kind of bored with being so badass that we're going to come down to Earth and be limited. That's an ongoing theory or thought experiment, whatever it is. It's kind of fun to think about, but I immediately dismiss it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So these gods have any powers that they want, supposedly. And they're like, you know what? You know, it'd be really fun. I would love to go down to Earth and work 14-hour days, slowly breaking my body down, always in pain, not making enough money to support my video game family. I don't know, just kind of...
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Or you come down here, you get blown up in a war, and then you can't. You're not mentally there anymore. Now you live on the streets. Like, that sounds like a fun game. Let's do that one. So that's why I immediately dismissed that thought. But I just thought I'd bring it up because it's
That
kind
is
of
kind of fun to think about.
yeah, it's that's interesting. Yeah, but it also goes with the God thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, if God's real, then what's going on with Africa, dude?
Yeah.
Bone cancer in children. That's fun. That's cool.
Thanks, pal. We appreciate that one.
Yeah, awesome.
I don't know. I have so much going through my mind right now. I don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah. Well, about to wrap it up, or?
I got nothing more.
Okay.
I'll slowly start doing some more research and get some more fun things to talk about.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Sweet deal.